So I want to talk about the incompetence that is Delta Airlines. We being me and my friends, flew Delta. We get to the airport and the flight's already delayed from the get-go. We were hoping to get on a flight around 1 o'clock. That didn't happen. Eventually, the flight was canceled after waiting 8 hours to get onto the next flight out. It then becomes delayed by a good 2.5 hours. So we're already late, and the guy in the front is telling me, oh man, whenever you get to Memphis, they have all this information on record. They're going to know that you're coming. They're going to take good care of you. You're going to have a meal and some food, and we're going to put you up in a hotel and all this mess, blah, blah, blah. So we finally get to Memphis at 10 o'clock at night or so, and whenever our plane finally arrived in Memphis, the jet was taxiing, pulled up to its bay. So everybody's ready to go. There was a chance that we could have made our connecting flight if by chance it had a slight delay, which there's a good chance of it because we had experienced it in Tampa. Apparently, there was no employee there to pull, I don't know, the terminal, the little tube thing that connects to the plane to get you into the airport. There was nobody there to roll it out to us, so we couldn't get off the plane. They had to make several contacts with someone before somebody actually came to get us off the plane. Absolutely ridiculous. Cannot believe the amount of incompetence that went into making such a terrible experience with our Delta flights. We were told to go to Terminal B35 or something, and we get there. One, there's nobody there. Apparently they stepped away for a second. Then whenever they got back, they didn't know anything. They didn't know anything that was happening. It was a mechanical issue was the problem with the plane. Whenever a mechanical issue happens on a plane, you get free room, and you would think more. But what we got was someone who was incompetent and didn't even know that there was a mechanical problem, didn't even know that we were even going to be missing our flight and that we would need to be put up into a hotel. We meet up with this employee, and we have to tell them, no, this was a mechanical issue, this is y'all's problem, we're going to be in a hotel tonight at y'all's expense. So she understands that eventually, and we get a free night, and we get 2 meal vouchers. We have a meal voucher for $6 that's only good at the airport or at the hotel that we're staying at. I don't know if you guys have ever eaten at a hotel or the airport, but the meals are not $6. There was a little bit of expense there that I think Delta should have taken the initiative on and provided a full meal for everybody. I got basically what amounted to a ham sandwich. I want to say congrats to the Radisson Hotel in Memphis right next to the airport, because they furnished us with a room. They got it to us in a decent amount of time, being that there were 20 other people who are having the same type of problems, and their restaurant stayed opened a little bit later so that they could make sure that they got food to everybody. So we get to our hotel, and it's a decent room, Radisson single bed, blah blah blah. Looking outside my window, and you would think that if they were gonna do something for you, they would put you in a fairly nice place. But outside my window, that right there is the tarmac where airplanes have been coming in. And I'm sorry, but the last thing I want to see in the morning is a Delta airplane flying in front of my face, waking me up in the morning. We're already not off to a good start this morning. Hopefully, for the rest of the flight home, Delta can get their stuff straight, because this is, honestly, it's unacceptable. I mean, I basically got a free room and $12. My client that I work for gives me more money for a meal than what Delta is giving me. And if I go over on my meal, my client picks it up for me, as long as I have a receipt. Delta, I believe that you have a few things to learn about customer service, because this is definitely not it. So me and my friends started thinking, what would be the appropriate type of compensation that Delta should have given to all of its passengers who experienced this type of delay. And one of my friends said, you know, I think, and I agreed with him, some sort of compensation for the next flight that they want to take, be it a Delta, you know, kind of give them a second chance to prove themselves that they are a decent airline who takes care of their passengers. And then also, instead of $12 meal vouchers, give us maybe like a $50 Visa gift card each, so that we actually can get a decent meal and use it how we want to. And another thing is, you have a bunch of people coming off this flight, and the poor Radisson hotel shuttle guy has to drag all these people back to his hotel, and he obviously can't fit everyone in his little van, so we're all waiting out there like cattle, waiting to storm this guy's van because we're so irritated. It would have been nice if Delta would have paid for a taxi to get us from the airport to the hotel. It was just absolutely unacceptable for them not to have provided that type of service.